During the day, one of the musicians, well-known musicians, a DJ, came to this place. Allegedly, he's part of the owners of this building, which is allegedly occupied by also unauthorized people. There is authorized and unauthorized people in this building. And when he left the building, about to go to his vehicle, on his arrival outside, there was a guy wearing a dreadlocks. He shot, took out the firearm, shot at him. He tried to escape until he fell here where we are standing. And he had his firearm with him. Unfortunately, the people didn't take anything. But from the video footages which we viewed all over the place here, it came clear that there were about 3 people who were involved in the whole thing. But the one who shot him is having dreadlocks on the head, and the one who was with him after he shot, it's somebody wearing something that replicates security uniform. Police are investigating. We managed to get the video footage. The teams, our intelligence, our provincial detectives tracking team are busy tracking and following up where the people might have escaped to or might have been seated. And what I can say is that from the preliminary investigation, it looks like the challenge or the dispute is with regard to this building and the occupants of this building. That's what is happening. But we are investigating all avenues, and we hope through the assistance of the community and those eyewitnesses, some of them gave a statement, we will be in a position to unravel and unearth the truth of who are these suspects, where they are, etc. But we appeal to our community. Those who might have seen either the vehicle they are using because they walked for a long distance, because there is cameras here in the city. We followed them until they move into building. The team is still on the ground, busy following up to see whether we cannot track them where they are.
Just to understand, are you saying they were walking, so it wasn't a drive-by shooting?
No, it's not drive-by shooting. Firstly, from the video footage, the suspect was sitting where his car was, just seated next to where people are selling vegetables. Another guy came, brought a plastic, and where he was seated with this guy who was wearing something like a security uniform. And out of that plastic which was brought, a firearm was taken out when he came out of the building and he was shot at. That's what happened. And he walked back to the same guy who was wearing security uniform. They walked away. That's what we are busy with. We hope it's not related to this, to something else, but one of the things which preliminary investigation clearly indicate is that it's relating to this building which is occupied by unauthorized people. Some pay rent, they are authorized, majority are people who are not supposed to be here. And he's the shareholder or the co-owner of the building, allegedly so.
Commissioner, do the police at this point have a clear identification of the suspect who shot, as well as the other 2 in which we understand were also involved?
Yeah, no, from the video footage, we do have the footages. That's why I give you the description of the one who shot at the victim. It's a short guy with dreadlocks. It's an African male.
Okay. Is the understanding that this is a hijacked building in which DJ Warras was a co-owner, or what are your investigations telling you about the ownership of this building and the occupants of it?
The deceased, it's alleged that he is the co-owner. It's alleged. Because the city is still the one that must prove who actually are the legal owners.
So is it potentially that the motive then was around the hijacked buildings?
I don't want to speculate now, but we can't rule anything out. Every information will have to be followed to the latter. But the first interest on us now is to trace the suspect and the firearm used. That's our first major interest, where we need to get the suspect. And the suspect must face justice for killing or taking the life of somebody, irrespective of whether it's involved in a hijacked buildings or not. And secondly, parallel, the detectives will be investigating also the ownership of the vehicles, the involvement of everyone who's alleged to be co-owning or owning, those who are alleged to be paying rent or not paying rent. That's what we are busy with.
Are you able to confirm how close or far you are in pursuit of these suspects?
No, as I indicated, this incident is just happened a few hours ago, and the team is on the ground. As soon as there is any new development, you will be informed. For now, we are hard on their trails. We know that we have the description, we have video footages of them moving around. Even now, the other team is still viewing other footages. All the way, the routes which they use, we are viewing all the footages to ensure we consolidate as much evidence as possible, which will be able to utilize in tracing them and ensure there is proper linkages.
And obviously a crime like this is detrimental to the city as well. Just give us details maybe as the SAPS, what are you looking at? Are you worried about these kind of crimes? Are you worried about these kind of crimes?
Yeah, no, it's a concern. Firstly, murder, to take a person's life, it's a great concern. One life lost, too many. We cannot afford that. Whether people owe each other, whether people evict others from the building, whether people have got grudges or clashes for not paying rent or any other personal thing, to take that person's life or anybody's life, it's not something which can be condoned or allowed. Hence, our focus now and our main target is to ensure we get the suspect, and the rest will follow.
And just perhaps the communication that you're having with the family at this stage, any words you'd like to say to them in terms of reassuring them about these investigations?
No, the family were here at the scene. The sister was here at the scene, and the investigators are busy working with them. The docket is investigated by provincial serious violent crime team under a brigadier within the province. Therefore, we take it to the highest level within the province of investigation to ensure that we don't miss anything. All the necessary role players of forensics were here, all the evidence. They tried to remove the cartridges, but they didn't realize there is some cartridges which will link that firearm use to the scene. All those things, we get that. We are doing our best to resolve this matter. And it's still too soon to give any promises or to throw hands in the air. But the community, law-abiding citizens, which we trust and believe in, we know they will come forward, they will give us information. And 08600 10111 or my SAPS WhatsApp line or WhatsApp 32211, we will appreciate if they send messages to those numbers, anonymously so that we can help each other in resolving this matter.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the Gauteng Deputy Commissioner, just giving us details, of course, about what has taken place here in the CBD. We know that a 40-year-old man, Oli, has been shot. He passed away just not far from where I'm standing. His family is still coming to terms with what has taken place, but we're hearing now from the Deputy Commissioner that investigations are ongoing. They have video footage that shows exactly what took place before he was killed. They currently have a description of that man that pulled the trigger, and we are told that they're hot on the heels of those that have done this crime.
Madlala, thank you very much indeed. And as Mobile says, it does appear that police have a lot of material to work with in trying to track down the suspects, and a lot of description has just been given by the Gauteng Deputy Police Commissioner, Commissioner Kekana. The motive for this, he says, is that it could be related to the building, and this building, we are learning that the deceased could have been an owner, possibly a co-owner, but all of this is still sketchy. They are still firming up in that regard. Mobile, the description of the suspect, I think this is very important for us to publicize as soon as possible so that people know what kind of person police are looking for. This is described to be an African male, short in height, and he was sporting dreadlocks on his head. Is that a good description enough?
Well, yes, Koli, from what we have heard from the police, they are explaining that it's a short person. He has dreadlocks. They've said that he is, before there was the shooting that had taken place, that he had been carrying a plastic bag, and we seem to hear that they were standing, he was standing next to a man who appeared to be wearing a security regalia. We're told that it's 3 people that were involved in this, and the police are going to be using the cameras that are around here as well as around this area to ensure that they're able to show the vehicle. So we're going to show you just how clear those cameras are. So there are cameras here. We are told that they are working. This is, of course, the building where he was in. We are told that he was coming out of the building when he got shot by this man who has dreadlocks, who is short and is an African male as having been described.